Y'all get ready?
Yes, you get ready.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
Hey tea sippers, I hope you guys are doing good today. So first and foremost, let me say this. Thank you guys so much for just supporting my other type of content, because I have been really nervous to stray away from the normal celebrity news, just because that is what YouTube likes. That's what YouTube likes to push. And a lot of y'all don't watch the other content. But I have noticed that people are liking my more serious content. I was blown away by all the views I got on the Black Friday video. I was not expecting anybody to even watch. I was so scared to post my convenience culture video. When I tell you I was terrified to post my convenience culture video, I didn't even premiere it. I just threw it up there and ran away, because I'm like, I don't even know who wants to watch this, if anybody's even going through what I'm going through, or if anybody's frustrated. And I really enjoyed the feedback. And I don't expect hundreds and thousands of views on those particular videos. But I do like the fact that I'm getting at least 50,000 views on them, because these videos take a lot of work to put together and edit and everything else. And I'm noticing a shift in the culture. People do not care about celebrities like we once did. People don't give a damn about y'all bragging about paying, millions of dollars per month in expenses. People don't care about your fashions, and y'all constantly trying to sell to regular people when you got regular people literally getting laid off. So somebody had left a comment on my Instagram post. And so I didn't want to do the video because I was waiting for the Friday report to come out concerning the jobs. But trust me, I have been on top of all of these layoffs and everything that's going on, concerning the economy, not just here in America, but globally. It's a lot going on around the world. But we're going to talk about job layoffs and a lot of things that are going on that's currently affecting the everyday man and woman in America. So this person left me a comment on Instagram. I am Carol Crazy. They said, T, please talk about the tech industry. I know you always say if this doesn't work out, I can go back to tech. The tech industry as of 2024 has laid off over 150K people. It's getting real out here. No one is safe. And I love that. I didn't get a chance, like I said, to do the video because I wanted to see what was going to come out with Friday's report. And so it is a lot of industries that are being affected. For a while, tech was that industry. I remember seeing videos years ago at the Google offices where they'd have, Starbucks machines and bean bags, and, it was a home away from home. So now a lot of people are realizing that, none of these jobs are safe. None of these companies care about you. Hundreds and thousands of people being laid off in every sector. Matter of fact, here in the Twin Cities, Cargill, which is one of the biggest private companies in the Twin Cities. I've had family members work for Cargill as well. The Cargill family, they're worth billions, okay? They are worth billions here in the Twin Cities, and they are getting ready to lay off over 5% of their staff. They're saying about 500 people will be laid off in the Twin Cities at Cargill, and Cargill was paying good money. But right now, the meat industry is changing. The agriculture industry is changing. They're even saying Marriott, they're doing a round of layoffs. Boeing is also doing a round of layoffs. So I'm going to go ahead and play some of these videos. We're going to watch these clips, and you're going to see all of the stuff that is going on currently in the job market. All right, so I wanted to show you guys this from Google before we go into the videos concerning Cargill. So like I was saying, Cargill, they're based here in Minnesota. They are a huge company. They're out in Wayzata, and they paid really good money because, like I said, I've had family members work for Cargill. And so the Cargill Macmillan family is the fourth richest family in the United States. If y'all know anything about Wayzata, Minnetonka, that is where all the big money is in Minnesota, okay? And so their net worth is $60.6 billion. So now they're getting ready to lay off 5% of the workforce because they're saying that the money's not money in, agriculture is down, and it's a lot of stuff going on. So this is about to affect a lot of Minnesotans. So let's go ahead and watch the video here.
Conway Gittins reporting from the New York Stock Exchange. Here's what we're watching on the street today. It's a busy week of updates on the labor market with the big monthly jobs report coming at the end of the week. Ahead of that, new data showed there were 7.74 million job openings on the last day of October, which was up from the prior month. Sticking with the job market, approximately 8,000 pink slips are about to go out at Cargill. The privately held company said it is laying off 5% of its global workforce. The job cuts are coming as one of America's largest private companies is grappling with falling food prices. Cargill, which is a big player in food production, saw profits of roughly $2.5 billion in the fiscal year that ended in May, according to a Bloomberg report. That's way down from the record $6.7 billion profit it pocketed from 2021 to 2022 when the pandemic drove food inflation to its peak. Cargill's fortunes have also turned with a drop in cattle farming, leading to a fall in large beef production operations. So with revenues drying up from the boom food inflation years of the pandemic, Cargill has decided to cut its expenses, and that means layoffs. In a statement to CNN, Cargill said, quote, "As we look to the future, we have laid out a clear plan to evolve and strengthen our portfolio to take advantage of compelling trends in front of us." For Cargill, that means a pivot towards technology. Earlier this year, it announced plans to add 400 tech and engineer jobs.
See, once again, AI is being ushered in to take a lot of these jobs from people. And they're going to bring in the tech and the engineering people to get everything started. And then eventually they'll be laid off as well. Because think about all the people that they had working on ChatGPT and all of these, AI products. They've now all been replaced. They basically ushered in their own replacement. And I feel like that's what's going to happen at Cargill eventually as well.
That'll do it for your daily briefing from the New York Stock Exchange. I'm Conway Gittins with the...
So now there's some other layoffs that are looming as well. We're going to go ahead and watch this. IBM and Cisco laying off over 10,000 workers. This is coming from Market Gains.
7% of its employees in the second round of job cuts. Right now, this company based in San Jose, California, did not specify how many workers that they're cutting. This is very similar to the IBM situation, where IBM is laying off thousands of workers, but you don't really know how many people they laid off. Because Cisco and IBM, they're doing the same thing. They want to keep these layoffs under wraps. Maybe to make the company look better, maybe not to scare employees. Because Intel announced how many people they're laying off, like over 35,000 people. And Intel's worker morale is so low that they had to bring back free coffee. IBM right now is doing massive amounts of layoffs. But the thing is, we don't know how big these layoffs are. Now, many employees were forced to sign contracts to not disclose unemployment and not to disclose being laid off from IBM. So with IBM doing this, Cisco is doing this too. But I could tell you the layoffs could be hitting closer to about 10,000 people. In February, Cisco announced about 4,000 cuts. Some people say that new layoffs are probably at like 5,900. And overall, 7 to 10% of its employees will most likely be laid off from Cisco. So we're looking at...
That is frightening that many people could lose their jobs, especially around the holidays. So this is not a good thing, and there's more to come. Boeing has also announced that they're doing another round of layoffs.
Well, tonight, hundreds more Boeing employees are now out of a job tonight. Over 200 Boeing engineers and technical workers received layoff notices this week. That's according to the union representing them. The union says this is on top of the layoffs last month. Boeing's in the process of cutting 10% of its workforce, which comes out to around 17,000 people.
So now hospitality is once again being affected as well. The Marriott is laying off people also.
Appears Bethesda-based Marriott is preparing to lay off hundreds of employees. Now, I should point out nothing is confirmed. However, the potential layoffs were detailed in a Maryland Work Adjustment and Retraining notification posted last Thursday. Those are also called WARN notices. According to the notice, 833 people are slated to lose their jobs come January. We reached out to Marriott for comment. Officials with the hospitality chain told us hotel staffing will not be impacted, but several hundred job openings will be made available internally, and employees affected by these moves are expected to apply. They also say the move is part of an effort to enhance the Marriott hotel enterprise.
All right, so you guys just saw those clips. So like I said, layoffs are affecting every, industry, but it's definitely hitting the tech industry really bad. Now, another thing that's going on social media is that a lot of people are also being fired because of social media, because of their posts. A lot of these companies are not giving grace. They're not playing. You want to get on social media and express your political views and be over the top. They are getting rid of people. So people also need to watch what they're doing, what they're posting. If you need your job, you need to act accordingly. Now, if you don't need your job and you have a nest egg and you could care less, then that's your business.
Check, please. Now, do I look like I have your check? All I'm hollering at people, I don't need this. My husband has 2 jobs. I don't need to be here right now.
But if you really need your job, you need to understand that these employers are looking for any reason to get rid of people. So we're going to go ahead and try out these TikTok videos of people who have been laid off and fired from their jobs because of social media.
So the TikToks that I made just got me fired. They just fired my ass. So y'all be careful with posting TikToks. Even if it's not your voice, even if you're not saying where you work at, you being in uniform and making certain TikToks with certain captions or anything can cause you to get fucking fired from your job at a clinic. And yeah, everything happened for a reason though. So I'm upset because I love my job, but it's okay. But y'all be careful with them fucking TikToks.
Not y'all done fired me over TikTok. I didn't wear my badge at work. I didn't tell what agency I worked for. So I know nobody on TikTok did the shit at all because I also worked through another company to work for where I was. So I know it wasn't y'all. So that mean one of you bald-headed bitches at the agency that I worked for saw my motherfucking video and went and told somebody, and it could have been the supervisor, and all you had to do was say something to me. But you didn't do that, did you? You told all the other managers all the shit I done did for y'all, all the days I ain't never take no lunch break for y'all. When my supervisor died, y'all treated me like management. All them girls that done cussed me out. You can't get no help as is. So y'all finna really be looking stupid and crazy. And I'm not even mad. I'm finna go gather my shit and thank God y'all ain't worrying me no more, bitches.
All right, sis is a mess. Not her going off and cussing because she got fired.
So I got let go from Dollar General today. Correction. I got terminated from Dollar General today over my TikTok videos. That's insane. I enjoy Dollar General. I have so much fun working at Dollar General. But to be terminated over TikTok videos is mind-blowing, dog. I was working at this one location where one of the employees came back in the store, cussed out the manager in front of the customers. I know people that call out 20 days in a month. I know people that steals and they still got a job. But I got let go over TikTok videos. That's crazy. I was the LeBron James of Dollar General, okay?
Not the LeBron
I'm an
James.
MVP of Dollar General. The customers were cool. The staff was cool. The supervisor were cool. But to be let go over videos, that's insane, bro. I have fun. I ain't gonna lie. I have a lot of fun at Dollar General. And thank you for the time I had, man. I really do appreciate it. I'm still gonna make videos, but I still got the apron, so that's not gonna stop.
Well, I just got fired off my job for making a TikTok video. I'm not even sure what video they fired me over. But look, y'all be careful. I'll post a video after this one. But y'all be careful making these TikTok videos because evidently they're letting people go. So I'll share the video with y'all.
There's so many things going on today, I forgot that I never gave you guys an update on my coworker that tried to get me fired because of my TikToks. So quick recap, my coworker saw my TikTok, saw that it was blowing up, decided they were gonna screenshot my TikTok, my Facebook, my Instagram, sent it to HR because they have nothing better to do, in my opinion. So the head of my department calls me into a meeting and was like, people are concerned with your TikToks. And I'm like, are they concerned or are they jealous? So I'm like, am I getting fired? Do I need to get a lawyer? What the fuck is happening? So they're like, obviously you have freedom of speech to do whatever you want. And I was like, okay. So long story short, I gave them all my Instagram information, my Twitter and my TikTok. They reviewed all the videos and they were like, you didn't do anything wrong. And I was like, that's what the fuck I thought.
So another thing that's popping up in the news is this whole talk of DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion. A lot of companies are now throwing that out the window, including Walmart. So this is something that's going to affect a lot of people of color.
Tonight, Walmart joining a growing list of companies rolling back diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives amid growing pressure from conservative activists.
I am very proud to report to you guys that Walmart has decided on making some changes.
The largest retailer in the world confirming it will curb racial equity training for employees, no longer consider suppliers' race or gender to boost diversity, stop selling LGBTQ-themed items online that are marketed to children, including chest binders for youth going through a gender change, and end funding for its Racial Equity Center, a 5-year philanthropic effort launched after the police killing of George Floyd in 2020. Which sparked nationwide protests and a racial justice reckoning. Walmart, which employs roughly 1.6 million workers in the U.S., also ended its participation in the Human Rights Campaign's Corporate Equality Index, following the same move by Ford, Harley-Davidson, Lowe's, and Molson Coors.
Conservatives have organized in ways that progressive and liberals, frankly, just have not. They have organized in ways to attack DEI and to spread misinformation and disinformation about what DEI is and aims to do.
Sean Harper, a professor of business who has worked with hundreds of companies, says DEI initiatives are meant to be inclusive, not divisive. He says the undoing of those efforts shows some corporations failed to prioritize diversity in a meaningful way.
The fact that these efforts are so easily undone strongly signal to me that they were not as durable as they should have been in the first place, that the commitment to them, the corporate commitment, was not as strong as it should have been.
What message does this send to other retailers, to consumers? What are the far-reaching implications?
When companies abandon their commitment to DEI, especially a company as big as Walmart, it gives others permission to do so. It gives others permission to turn their backs on women, on veterans, on Americans with disabilities, on customers, clients, and employees who are racially and ethnically diverse.
So people of color definitely need to understand how you move on social media can, play a big part in you having a job or not having a job, especially now that they're getting rid of DEI and they're not making any apologies about it. The way you talk about politics on social media can affect you. There was even a man on TikTok that was talking about the same thing the other day, talking about how people are losing their jobs because of their political views. A lot of companies do not want to see you ranting and raving and screaming online like a lunatic based on whatever side of the spectrum you're on. And so people are being fired for this as well. So we're going to go ahead and check out these videos.
Media get you fired.
So his name is Brooklyn7186.
So my homegirl called me Wednesday telling me that she's going to make this video. And y'all obviously know what the video's about. And I told her I strongly advise against it. I also advise her, like I would tell some of y'all, that maybe y'all should take a break off of social media until maybe April sometime, right? Till your emotions go down. She said, Joe, you don't know what you're talking about. You're the part of the problem and all this and stuff. I said, well, I encourage you. You do what you want to do. But I encourage you to read your employee handbook and also read whatever policies they have regarding social media. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So she made the video. The video hits 100,000 views, right? Views, it was saved and everything else. And I told her the views don't matter. What matters is what's saved, because that's how many people saved that video and downloaded that video. She goes to work Thursday. Boss calls her in, says, hey, come on up. We got to talk. Told her we're going to give you the rest of the day off. We've seen the video. It's concerning, and we'll get back with you. So she calls me, and I said, I asked her, is this the end of a pay period for you? She said, yeah. They're going to let you go. they're going to let you go. No, no, they're not. They're just going to, probably give me a suspension. No, based on your job and where you at, your position, they're going to let you go. So she goes back in Friday. ID card doesn't work. Security come in and say, hey, come with me. Come to security. They had her stuff in boxes. Said, your employment has been terminated. She's going hysterical, crying, said, what did I do wrong? I didn't do anything, or blah, blah, blah. Hysterical. And let me tell you something. Do you know who gave them that video? Her co-workers. The people that she thought was cool with her. The people who was yeah, what she do? So she goes outside, and so now her co-workers are calling her, right? And they all calling. And you know why they calling? Because they want to know. And they say things like this. Oh, what happened, girl? What's up? What happened? Oh, my God. No, we need to do something. We're going to come together and we're going to go talk to them. Y'all not going to do it. They ain't going to do nothing. What they're going to do is they're going to go to their social media account and go delete all the comments they made or anything and make sure that their stuff ain't whatever. And if they made a video, they're going to delete the video. They ain't going to do nothing because they can't do nothing. And let me tell you why. There's something called the Hatch Act. You need to research it. Go Google it. That a lot of agencies are starting to adapt. And a lot of agencies are starting to adapt to this new social media climate and adding the social media policies within their organization. But because you don't read and you don't read the updated policies that they send out or the emails, you don't know that. So then all of a sudden you get cocky and get arrogant and think you won't get caught, think you won't whatever. Then you go out and you want to make this video to express your disgust or to express whatever you want going on. And then guess what happens? Somebody in your organization or your coworkers who you think are your friends and not your competitors, all of a sudden sends that video to them. Now guess what? Now that job is gone and your coworker is going to apply for the position.
This man is speaking nothing but the truth. Your coworkers are not your friends. And a lot of people love to gas other people up. You know what I'm saying? To say things that they themselves wouldn't say. They love to watch folks crash out. Remember, Fresh and Fit thought they were bigger than the program. They thought they could get online and say whatever and be, racist and xenophobic and homophobic and just, be all around just assholes. And they thought that they could still benefit from the system. And they learned YouTube is not going to play that game. You don't want to follow their rules and their regulations, you're out of here. They were demonetized and they tried to go to Twitch. They got kicked off of Twitch. I think they're on Rumble now. But the income that they were making once upon a time is not the same amount of income that they're making now. Now they're dependent on their followers to send them money. So again, we all have rules that we have to abide by. And if you like your job, because at the end of the day, YouTube, people act like YouTube and social media jobs are, I'm an entrepreneur. No, you're working a job. Okay, this is a job. YouTube is my employer. Google is my employer. My checks come from Google. So whatever rules and policies they have in place, I have to follow them. I don't have the luxury of bucking the system, right? Especially as a black woman and a dark-skinned black woman, I don't have that luxury. I can't sit here and pull rug pulls like the Hop Tua girl and like Jake and Logan Paul and, things like that. There'll always be grace for them. There'll always be ways for them to reinvent themselves. Us as black content creators, we don't get that same grace. So we have to walk a very fine line between the type of content that we put out, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of our stuff automatically get demonetized anyways. We don't get pushed through the algorithm. So we go through this fine line, this fine dance of, putting out enough content where we can still get paid and, pay our bills because we know half of it's going to be demonetized, and then putting in, content that we really enjoy and that we want to talk about, like real content like I'm doing right now. So again, if you need your job, you have to follow the company rules. You can't be at work making TikToks, getting overly political on one side or the other. You can't be at work dancing and acting a fool and then thinking that there's not going to be any repercussions to that. A lot of these companies are cracking down. And right now, with the economy tanking, companies losing money, they're trying to make money for their shareholders, they will have no problem replacing you. getting rid of your job, getting rid of your position, and either handing it to somebody else or shipping it overseas. Because a lot of these companies, they don't want to pay anymore. They feel like, the workforce, they can't afford to pay everybody. So they're looking for you to make one wrong move to get rid of you. So again, if you need your job, if you are blessed enough to have a job in this economy with all these layoffs, take your job seriously, be there on time. Don't worry about social media. Do what you have to do. It's not about making friends at work. Do your job, get your paycheck, and go home. But understand whatever you post on social media can and will affect your job. So I want people to be aware of a lot of these changes that are going on in the workplace. A lot of jobs are rolling back this DEI. So now they're not, having to look at Black candidates and LGBT candidates, because they're rolling a lot of this stuff back. So be aware of what's going on in the job market. These layoffs that are going on are only going to get worse as we go on to 2025. So start going through the subscriptions, start, restructuring your budget, how you spend money, maybe taking the city bus instead of Ubering, maybe not, doing DoorDash as much, maybe doing DoorDash once a month as opposed to every other day. But, people have to really start restructuring their budgets because it's about to be a cold winter, okay?
Winter is coming.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to come on here and talk about what's going on in the job market and what's going on with all of these layoffs and, DEI and tech and everything else. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know your thoughts down below. How do you guys feel about these mass layoffs? Have you been affected? And then I know a lot of people are saying that even once they've been let go, these severance packages are not severance packaging. Before they'd be enough to last, 6 to 8 months, sometimes a year. Now, you're lucky with the severance packages that they're giving out if you can be out of work 2-3 months. So it's getting really crazy out here. I want to know y'all's thoughts on everything. And then how do you guys also feel about people losing their job because of what they're posting on social media as well? So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Don't forget to hit the video with a like. Feel free to share the video, and I'll talk to y'all later. Deuces.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.